Story time. Be careful for scammers. Last week, I was working from home, and I went to look at a video. But I was actually on Google doing some research, and thought came to my mind. I was like, let me just check this out. I put what I was looking for in the search, and it was a YouTube video that I wanted to look at. I clicked the link, and immediately I get a pop-up that's stating that someone may be hacking my computer. And there's an audio message that's going on that's saying that, my computer could be getting hacked, and my information could be out there. Don't turn off the computer. Reach out to your tech support. And on the bottom of the pop-up, I had a Microsoft logo and a 1-800 number. So, needless to say, I was trying to get the pop-up to get off my screen. Couldn't get it off my screen. The audio's still looping. And I was like, crap. So real quickly, I looked at the 1-800 number through my phone, and it said, the risk was very low, that it was a scam or whatever like that. So I was all right. I called up. Indian guy picks up the phone. Says Microsoft tech support. So I said, okay. I said, I don't know what the guy's name is, but for the sake of the story, we're going to call him Lee. So I said, hey, Lee, how's it going? I have a problem here. So I shared the problem. So he says, all right, Shelton, let me just check. So he checks. He says, it seems that your IP address is public and somebody is using it to try to do some transactions, seems like. I said, okay. But I still had this audio looping. The pop-up was still on my screen. So I was still listening to Lee. So Lee says, did you do any transactions in your bank account? So I was like, okay, this is weird. My bank account. So I was like, well, I really don't know. So then he says, have you seen any type of foreign emails? Fish emails, scam emails. I'm like, no. Okay, thought it was weird. But at the same time as he's saying all this, I'm still getting this looping sound, this looping audio going off. And I'm pretty sure he can hear it. So I said, hey, Lee, can you help me with this pop-up window? So he was like, well, Shelton, we got to make sure that no one is trying to hack your bank accounts. So these guys work quickly. I said, all right. That sounds about right. I said, all right. So what else? So he goes, well, were there any transactions in your account that you didn't do? So I said, no. He goes, when was the last time you checked? I said, I check daily. So then he was like, okay. So I said, Lee, now remember, this conversation is getting long. I said, Lee, what's up with this pop-up? So, long story short, we go around and around in circles. Okay? Now, at this point now, the longer that I stay on the phone, the more leery I become. So then, during the phone conversation, he wants to get remote access to my computer using ultraviewer.net, which basically gives another person remote access to your computer, and then from there, whatever happens. So from that point, I was like, okay, again, how are you gonna help me get this 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 pop-up to come down with the audio? Then he goes back to the bank account again. And I was like, Lee, I'm not understanding you. Why you keep on talking about my bank account? So then he goes, well, do you have a bank account at A, B, and C? So now I'm looking at the phone. What will Microsoft do with this type of information? So, out of the 3 accounts, 2 was right. 1 was an old account from a decade ago. So I was like, this scammer. Obviously, somebody must have got some type of information from many years ago. And they're still selling it over the dark web, I guess. So, nevertheless, I'm on the phone. I guess Lee's getting frustrated with me now. Okay, I'm not giving him the information that he needs or wants. I'm not doing exactly what he asked me to do. So then he says, you know what? You need to go to level 2. So I guess that's the big dog. He's gonna scare me or scam me, whatever the hell he's gonna do. It's like, please hang on to the phone. Hang on. I'm gonna be on the phone with you. I'm gonna escalate you to level 2. And then we're gonna call your bank together to make sure that there's no transactions that you didn't do in the account. This is what Microsoft would do for you guys. So I said, okay, let's get level 2 on the line. Level 2 guy tries to call. I don't answer. Because now, this is just foolishness going on here. And Lee stays on the phone, goes, they're going to call. I said, okay, what number are they going to call from? Lee doesn't know. I said, Lee, what phone number are they going to call from? Lee stays on. He says, let me put on hold. When he put me on hold, I knew the game was over. The line drops. So, I immediately realized that, you know what? I should say immediately. This was a scam, right? So why am I doing this video? I'm doing this video because I want to bring to your attention of what's out there. There's a lot of great people that's out there in the world, and then there's a lot of evil people that's out there in the world. And I figured, being that this just happened to me, I wanted to share it. Because bottom line, I'm usually pretty good with stuff like this and really don't waste my time. But it looked so real. It caught me at the right time. I wasn't really focused. I was busy working. At the end of the day, so, the mind was tired. And I went along for the ride for a little bit. But thank God, I didn't get scammed. Nothing happened. You know what I mean? Caught onto it at the right time. But I just want to share this information with you so that way you don't get scammed. Because you know what? I was one of the fortunate ones. But there's many that will get scammed because, like I said, it looked so real. The guy answered the phone so professional. Because I was going back and forth with him was when everything started to just disintegrate. Everything he was doing, it was just disintegrating. Because now he's getting frustrated. We're going back and forth. Things just wasn't making sense, even though he was trying to. But be aware. There's many evil people out there. It seems like it's easier nowadays to try to rip people off versus getting a job and doing the right things. and earn your money in an honest way. So now, let's say if you did get scammed, or as I did, was immediately once I got off the phone with the gentleman, I scanned my whole computer, online and offline. Do a full scan. Make sure there's no malware or anything of the sort that they placed on your computer and so forth. Make sure of that. Then what I did was I reported their asses to the FTC. That way, the FTC can go ahead and investigate. I gave them phone numbers of what was on the screen, gave them the whole scam. So that way, hopefully, they'll find the individuals that are doing this, and then hopefully, I prevent somebody really losing their identity or losing their money, getting conned for money. It's a cruel world out there. So hopefully this was helpful to somebody. Oh, also what I did too was I changed every single password to every single thing that I have, from bank accounts to social media, everything. Because you never know. It's a safety precaution. Hopefully this helps somebody. Have a great day.